Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big J Gleez here, and I'm going to get into showing you some tournament action from a tournament that I played in last night on Gamer Saloon. And there's a couple of choice matches here that I'm going to show you. Right now I'm matched up Sonya against a Raiden. And this match went pretty well. You can see that the person I'm playing is pretty good. He's using the fireball cancel, which I'm having a little bit of trouble getting down myself. He's a decent Raiden player. I was able to get inside on him, get some good pressure, and once I got inside against Raiden, it's pretty much over for the most part. There were a couple dropped inputs, as there was a little bit of lag in this match. As you can see, sometimes I'm going back one, and then I'm going into like the parry, or sometimes I'm going into the arc kick for whatever reason, and those aren't on purpose. Those are by accident, like right there. Those are by accident, and the reason why that is because it's a little bit laggy, and I'm trying to input things at regular speed, and it's just, fumbling up the inputs, which kind of sucks in the tournament. But hey, that's what you get with an online tournament. That's why most people in the fighting game community really don't participate so much in fighting game tournaments online. It's really tough. It's hard to do. It's hard to be precise with your inputs and everything when you're playing online. It's just a fact of life. It's how it is. But if I want to play in some online tournaments and get some competitive games while I'm home at my house, it's just something that I'm going to have to do. And that's cool with me. That's fine. It's not very expensive. And as you'll see, I do wind up being able to pay for my own, if you know what I mean. But we'll see that in the future. Right here, he switches his character, and he changes up the Quan Chi. And he goes on a zoning fiesta over here. So this is like one of the worst matchups for Sonya. The reason why it's so difficult is because he's able to zone so effectively. And right there I miss a punish, which sucks. But he's able to zone very effectively. His vortex is very good. He actually was doing this weird thing with the vortex, like, it was confusing me. It wasn't even confusing me. I was just anticipating that, like, there's no way he can keep doing this. But he was, like, down poking and then using the bat, which is, like, weird to me, because most people use the bat and the overhead at the same time, or at least some variation of that, overhead bat or bat overhead. So I was thinking, like, all right, well, he keeps going low. He's got to go high. Like, he's got to go high one time, overhead first. And so I kept blocking overhead, thinking like, he can't be like doing this. But yeah, he's doing this. This is what he's doing. This was his game plan. So next time I know, if I play this guy, to block low. The match was difficult, especially at this point once I break, because now I have no meter. I can't run in as far as my stamina meter, so it makes it really difficult. So once this match concludes, because he switched up, I figured that I needed to switch up. So when I go into the character select screen, who do you think I picked? I'll give you guys about 5 seconds to think. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you got it. I picked Scorpion. So after this match, I get beat, and I go in, I pick Scorpion, and I match up against his Quan Chi. And we'll see how that goes.
Round 1, fight.
Alright, so we're playing here against Quan Chi. I know that he likes to jump, so I am catching him out of the air, anticipating his jumps, and I'm hit confirming my jump kick, and then teleporting. The match went decently well for me. Right there, I really screwed up. I wasted meter, and I got punished, and it wasn't a good situation. Right here, I missed the corner juggle. That's a really tough juggle. When you hit with 2-1-4 into the corner, you really can't juggle that so much. A lot of times you'll just drop it. So that's why I didn't hit 2-1, because I didn't want to get caught in recovery frames for my 2-1 attack. There I did it just because he was almost dead, but I wouldn't have been able to link the spear, so I didn't. Right here, he's got me in the corner, goes for the sweep. I don't know why. And there we go, we get the win.
Round 2, fight.
So we're in round 2 here. He goes back to his zoning practices, which is fine with me because I'm Scorpion. I'll just teleport. And I get him in the corner here, get some things going, and I drop a combo. But we make up for it. So I was dropping too many combos in this entire tournament, I believe. It wasn't to the standard that I like. So what I really need to do is make sure that I'm landing all my combos. I'm basically, you know, if you don't land all your combos, you're not going to be as effective as you can be. Just because you win, like I won decently handily in that match. But when I play somebody that's really, really good, I'm going to need to land all those combos. So I know I need to really practice. Now this match here is funny. This guy's a Sub-Zero here, and I've been working on this matchup pretty well, and it's a really bad matchup for Sonya. It might be one of her worst. And the first match, or I should say just the first round, was really laggy. And you can tell by the way that I'm playing. Like I'm trying to input things, and it's just not inputting. But what I actually was doing here against him, at times I got myself in trouble, but I was trying to time my projectile to bust his clone and go in and punish, just like that. So I'm anticipating when he's going to ice clone, and then I'm trying to bust it down and run through. And the reason why that's so good, even if you have to block the ice, like let's say you do it a little bit late and you block the ice, he has a cooldown period on the clone, so I don't know if everybody knows that necessarily, but he can't cast the clone for, I think it's like 3 seconds or something like that. So even if I do bust his clone, block the ice ball, I know that I can jump in or run in or do whatever I need to do, because I know that he has that cooldown period on the ice clone. So knowing this, it allows me to engage in pressure, run in, you know, and do all those types of things. And I was pretty proud of the way that I handled this match. Not because I played it perfectly, because I didn't. I didn't play it very well at all at times, honestly. But there was a lot of never give up, never say die attitude with this match. Right there, I actually tried to input my armored arc kick, but it didn't register. And right there, I did it, and I got hit by the ice. I tried to time his jump in and tried to arc kick him and thought I would hit him so the ice clone would disappear, but that just didn't happen. But basically, in this match, I had a lot of instances where I had to come back. I faced a lot of adversity in this match. And the guy that I was playing didn't seem too thrilled. He was hitting the button a lot. He was trying to tell me that the match was best of 5, but it wasn't. So basically, I don't know, he said that I didn't know the rules, but when you look in the rules, it plainly says best of 3. So I don't know if he was trying to scam me because he was salty, or if he really was confused. I'm not really quite sure. But you can see here we're mixing it up, and I'm just going to let the gameplay talk for itself right now. But I will be back to broadcast the finals. This right now currently is the semifinals.
Sonya wins. Round 1, fight!
Don't know when to quit, do ya?
Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Alright, so we handled that Sub-Zero, and we're moving on to the finals.
Sonya wins. Round 1. Fight.
And right here, I'm facing off against a Kodokan. And ironically enough, I played a Kodokan earlier in the day that was really good. And I wound up winning against him 3-1. I played the spacing game with him. I just made sure that my spacing was good. I didn't jump in too much. But I noticed that whenever Kodokan got inside on me and was delivering pressure, I couldn't punish anything, even if I blocked it. And Sonya doesn't really have anything to punish Kodokan because his pushback on all of his moves is so great. And it really puts Sonya in a bad situation. And I believe that this guy probably knew that because I know this guy is a Jax player based off of the feedback on his Gamer Saloon account, and when I picked Sonya, he picked Kodokan, so I'm pretty sure that he's aware of this. So this is a matchup that I need to look into more. Maybe a matchup that I counterpick. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it is something that I went into practice mode and I really was studying earlier in the day. So I figured that I could outspace him by trying not to jump too much and giving him a little bit of space to kind of hang himself with and jump in. And I did catch him a couple times, like right here I actually got him. It's exactly what I wanted, but it didn't really pan out the way that I wanted it to. And there were times when I was trying to create my own space and putting myself in bad situations by doing so. And I have to work on that and get better at that. And you'll see right here I have a huge life lead. And by trying to create space, I just screw myself over. And instead of trying to create space and being so worried about it, sometimes when someone gets in, I just got to be able to, go blow for blow with them. You know, and that's just how it is. It's just really tough against Kodokan. Right there is a dropped input. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, right here, boom, he gets the win. So at this point, I'm contemplating in my head switching to Scorpion, which I probably should have done in this matchup, but I didn't. I went with Sonya because I was being stubborn, and I want to be able to use Sonya against everyone. And I don't know if that's a good mindset to have, but right here I just straight up go in. And I get him in the corner, and I make sure that my mix-ups are good and precise. I'm timing my crossover jumps and my wake-up attacks, and I'm anticipating whether or not he's going to use armor, and I come out the round with a flawless victory. So that's good. right? Flawlesses, you got to like those. So this round here, we start off really well. I use the space to my advantage, give him enough rope to hang himself, just like I talked about, and he does. He gets in, get a nice breaker, and right here I'm back inside. Using the throw. I use the throw a little bit more than I usually do, because this guy was blocking Sonya's strengths pretty well. And there's two options that you really have in that situation. When someone blocks, you can go into the throw. If someone's constantly neutral jump punching, which a lot of people will do with the throw, or they'll duck with no block, you can do the overhead, which is B, the cartwheel. Or you can go to like an instant block. You cancel the military stance and boom, right in the block in case someone tries to punish you or armor through. And those are the options that you have. He didn't try to armor through at all, so I just continually went for the throw on block, and it worked out pretty well as far as that goes. But this is, again, a matchup that I need to work on. So you'll see here, he does wind up getting back inside, and he puts some good pressure on me, and I have a hard time blocking his strings as Kodokan mixes up low and overhead pretty well. He catches me in the air, and it's basically a wrap. So with the conclusion of this tournament, in my experience, it was pretty good. This was a tournament that you play all the games back to back to back to back, and it went really well, went smoothly, and it's something that I definitely will do again. So for placing second in this tournament, I wound up winning $50, which isn't too bad. I only paid $8 to enter. So the $50 is going to go into my pocket to be able to play more tournaments and maybe bring some things to you guys. So that's it. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this. I do have another tournament video coming up that will be posted within the next couple days. Thanks for checking in. It's Big J Gleez signing out, and continue to game strong.